You're the quorum, Harold.
How you doing, Harold?
Doing well.
My daughter isn't back yet.
That's my day today. All right, I call to order the meeting of September 25th, 2018 at 6:43. Can I have a moment of silence for all those serving inside and outside of orders, please? All right, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, can we have roll call, please, Mary?
Mayor Adrian Sandoval,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Larry Clark,
Here.
Harold Leggett,
Here.
Nick Ralston, Spencer Bradnan,
Here.
Troy Blum, Hope Morris.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, audience participation. Meg, do you have anything? No, okay. All right, no audience participation. We'll move to approval of the consent agenda.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented as well.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, action items. 8A, Klein Property Minor Subdivision Public Improvement Agreement, First Amendment. Mr. Rankin?
Mr. Mayor, that's the reason for the special meeting tonight, so I will summarize. Actually, I have two maps I'm going to show you. So in your packet, you have a public improvements agreement from the Klein Properties, a minor subdivision. This was approved back in January 2008. When I came on board as manager in the 08, I was familiar with the project. Mr. Klein decided not to pursue this. But this is that rectangle piece there, 85 in Maine, or business 85 is coming at the Energy Park. This used to be lightning and wire line over here on the left, so a larger lot, which is now Schlumberger. But at that time, there's lightning wire line, thank you. And Mr. Klein had a concept of a grocery store with a adjoining gas station next to it. And a few years back, about 4 to 5 years ago, he sold it to a gentleman named Frank Turpak, who resides out of Canada. So I'll bring that one up. Mr. Turpak then, when he bought it back in 2014, he did a replat. So this is just the opposite. Highway 85 at the top, Main Street's on the bottom. So again, this is over on the right this time, is the Schlumberger property, which joins to the second lot. So this is all part of the Schlumberger property. This is storage, and this is the main building. There's an empty lot, which is lot 1 technically, where the 2 wooden cactuses are along 85, if you notice those. And then there's just an outlot that's really not buildable, really for retention, for water storage. So in 2014, Mr. Turpak purchased, replatted it, switched over, basically lightning and wire went to Schlumberger, and it's investment property. And a couple months ago, Mr. Turpak contacted me, and this is his last property basically in Colorado, and he was going to sell it. He's looking for another investment person because he wants Schlumberger to maintain the long-term lease. He found a gentleman I spoke to. Today alone, I talked to Ken a couple of times, the town attorney along with talked to Mr. Turpak a couple times, the prospective owner once, and one of the attorneys representing prospective buyer regarding the PIA, because the issue is the Klein PIA had obligations in it, financial obligations for water, sewer, sidewalk infrastructure, but that never developed. Back in 2014, when Mr. Turpak replatted this, essentially for Schlumberger, Melissa and I worked with him on doing an amendment to the PIA. The PIA runs with the land, no matter who buys it, you're obligated for it. So back in 2014, Turpak had no intention of building a grocery store and a gas station. It was industrial. But we didn't finalize it back then because we're trying to do a punch through of 32.5 into US 85. So the sliver right here along the left portion of it, that is a dedicated easement for a road connection, which recent months we found out from CDOT that will very unlikely ever happen. Just won't happen.
Why?
Number one, we have to go, it's not on the access control plan. What it is now is, but if we change it, we have to go back to the vote of the access control committee to move that. And in long term, this is planned to go away in a light 34 just to the north. The signal's supposed to go in there. So it makes no sense to have a right in, right out access 85 between a mile section where there's two traffic control signals, 32 and 34. So that's really what it comes down to.
So you'll be able to make a left out of there, and on that new 34 level.
34, when that goes in, there will be an acceleration lane, but right now there isn't. But I can't tell you when that may happen. But that's on the CDOT long-term plans. So what you did not have in your packet, you have your desk tonight, is a very simple PIA. This PIA with Mr. Turpak as an amendment, it basically negates the client requirements. It fits the property, and in essence, what it does is any future development, any type, will bring in the infrastructure required per the code. Sidewalks, storm sewer, water sewer, so on and so forth. This is a very simple PIA. We're not tying it down to any specific amounts because you don't know what's going to happen and when it may happen. Unlike the Klein PIA. The thing about having, the reason mostly for tonight's special meeting is Mr. Turpak, the prospective owner, has closing on Monday. Our next meeting on Tuesday. So he requested strongly if we could get this done because he lives in Canada and they didn't want to delay this process. I was talking to Kinder and Melissa today. We don't see any reason why not to move forward. I do want to meet with the new owner once this is all settled to talk to him about his intent. Mr. Turpak told me the new owner is thinking about developing lot 1 into something more commercial retail, which would be, positive for the town. Maybe, I don't know, fast food possibly. It's currently industrial, but that would be rezoned for that use. And I also want to talk to him about tract A, about possible town use for an entrance sign coming to town from 85 on the north side. So
in the original, on the 2010 comp plan, wasn't that supposed to be retail commercial?
yes, yes, and it was rezoned in the 2014 replat for the industrial use. So the zoning's kind of gone back and forth. Even just off the map to the right is the old TJT property. It was industrial, got rezoned to commercial because the property went vacant for over 2 years, and then they're trying to sell it as industrial as they currently are. I talked to Mr. Wheelan yesterday, he's a broker for the property. And they have some prospective buyers, but that property is just adjacent to the south of this property. So that's pretty much the story and the history in the long run. What I'm asking the board to do is to consider approval of the amendment of the Klein minor subdivision public improvements agreement. The name stays Klein, it originated it. And it's a very basic, straightforward public improvements agreement. We did strike out any language regarding that possible punch through of 32.5 because that would not happen.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, we're essentially taking restrictions or requirements for them to provide services as far as water, sewer, utilities go to this property. They would do development like they had before. and we're essentially gonna let them use it as they will, but if they're going to build a future establishment, they'll be required to have those services in their plan.
They have to provide those services, the construction costs, they have to do a site plan, as there any industrial commercial property would have to do. It just negates the old requirements of those services based upon the grocery store and gas station.
Okay.
So it opens up the door for something different.
Okay.
Any other questions you may have on this, that's all I have at this time.
Any other questions? I'm not gonna change it.
Make approval of that Klein property, minor subdivision, public improvement agreement, First Amendment.
Second?
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Moving on, reports.
There really aren't any reports tonight, that's just a standard agenda, so, I'll defer to next Tuesday, and no one else is present to, or provide reports tonight.
Okay. Well, then we will stand adjourned.
David and Carl.
Okay.
Don't leave.
I was waiting for that shoe.